Right, throughout the years, the sport of boxing has produced memorable characters in and out of the ring, and the same can be said about the classic New York City neighborhood bar.
Jimmy Glenn is a combination of both. Mario Diaz has a story tonight of one of the city's greatest treasures and the special place he calls home in a location you wouldn't quite expect.
I serve poor, rich, middle incomes. Everybody comes in here. They don't even think about this is a dive bar or whatever. They just come in and have a cheap drink.
Watering holes in Times Square these days are built for profit. Jimmy's Corner on West 44th is priceless because it was built on character.
There aren't a lot of guys left like Jimmy. There aren't. And it's sad because the Jimmy Glenns of the world are the best we have.
I love this place.
85-year-old Jimmy Glenn will share a laugh 1 minute and in the next acknowledge the legends that began popping in shortly after the first bottles of suds were poured some 44 years ago.
Frank Sinatra?
Stopped here.
Michael Jordan?
He was here.
Sammy Davis Jr.?
He was here.
Robert De Niro?
Robert De Niro hung out here. Read a book here. Sitting in the corner.
There is still literature in these contemporary times. We spotted Truman Capote in one set of hands, an iPhone a few stools over in the next. But when one lifts their heads up and take in all the surroundings, they are overwhelmed with a boxing shrine described simply as
the most iconic boxing bar in America.
In one corner, there's listed on his back in '65. In another, the only thing that could have saved him from the count. However, Jimmy has quite a different perspective on his haunt. You see, he has never been about making a quick buck.
I'm not going to be a billionaire. It's too late now. So I sell $3 beers.
The former amateur welterweight has always been invested in something much richer, a personal connection to those that surround him.
They're all my friends, most of them. Most of them are my friends.
One of his best is the one who sits beside him on most nights, his son Adam.
Well, this is as much my home as my parents' house.
It is to be expected. His mother Swanee ran the bar with Jimmy for more than 40 years. But when she fell ill and passed in 2014, Jimmy's footwork lost a few strides. So with his family's legacy on the ropes, Adam came home. The unselfish act still tugs at Jimmy's heart to this day, but he knows why he returned.
Because he loves me.
Yet, he also views it as a sacrifice. Adam was 33 at the time and had his own thing going.
I graduated from Harvard Law School in 2010.
He was rising through the ranks like a talented young middleweight, only mixing it up in a different ring.
I was a corporate lawyer for 4 years. I specialized in mergers and acquisitions.
These days, a merger to him is putting an arm over his father's shoulder, with the tunes from an old customer filling the air.
For my drinks and chips.
From a traditional musical heavyweight that once dominated the scene.
We have a jukebox. That jukebox is his baby. It's all, nothing gets on there if he doesn't like it.
That's Mr. Bojangles.
In case you are wondering, Jimmy still enjoys those nights sitting ringside. But what makes the sweet science even sweeter is watching the action from his other vantage point in life.
Boxing was my love, first love.
Your second?
It's this bar. And now it's my first love. It's my home, my place. I love this place.
It is truly a gem, and I recommend it to anyone to check out. What's interesting about this story, Brenda and Kaidi, is that when we're actually shooting this about 3 weeks ago, we didn't anticipate this week to happen. And what I mean by that is the fact that New York Magazine named it one of the top 5 dive bars in all of New York City, with Jimmy being one of the top 5 bartenders.